That's coming up in the second semi-final. Semi-final number 1 up here in the Recurve women's individual competition. Let's go down to meet the semi-finalists.
On target number 1, representing Great Britain, Healey. And on target number 2, representing China, An Qixuan. And the judges for this match is Türkiye.
So a great lineup. 18-year-old Penny Healey is the world number 9, indoor World Series champion, and also got gold at the European Grand Prix just a few days ago in Lilleshall, Great Britain. An Qixuan, as Chef said, back after a 4-year absence. She's 22 years old, but doesn't have a world ranking. But key thing on her international debut in Shanghai at that stage in 2018, she took a silver medal, and it's great to have her back.
Nine.
So Anne has been on the field before today, so she might have a little bit of a feel of what the field is like. For Penny, I think this is the first time we see her out today, so she might need to get her side marks in, but it seems like she knows what she's doing.
Nine.
Very important 10 there to clinch that set. The first 10 of the match, actually. Previously, only 9s have been shot. Interesting to note is the difference in technique here, where if you look at An Qixuan, she has a like a very simple or you know, easy technique, I would say. Penny has a bit more of a personal swing there. She lifts her bow up really high before she shoots. I think that's probably to set her shoulders in the right position. And then there's like a 2-stage draw where she draws back almost all the way, has a bit of a moment, and then goes into anchor, which might be to settle down the bow arm a bit before going into anchor, or it might be a mental thing. But there's a different approach to shooting by these two archers.
Something to look out for as we begin set number 2. Penny Healey of Great Britain on the far side, 2-0 up. So An Qixuan from China will shoot first. Target for the win is 6 points in the individual competition.
9.
First 10 for An Qixuan. You can see what Chef was talking about. A very precise process to get there. Was look at Penny Healey, that extra movement you talked about right there.
9.
Yeah, and it's not necessarily extra movement, I'd say, but it's more like an extra stop. So the movement is the same, but she just right before she goes into anchor has a little bit of a pause before going into anchor. Question is, can she shoot a 10 on her last arrow this set to do the same as the last set and shoot a 28?
Nine.
Not quite. So the tables have turned in this case, where An Qixuan has a 28 versus 27 from Penny, which was the opposite way around.
In the first set, yeah, you're right. So things have switched around. We've had a little bit of rain in between the two live sessions today. How much of an effect does that have on the archers now?
Well, you would expect that a British archer doesn't really get bothered by rain.
What are you trying to say?
And also, I've had plenty of rain in the World Cup stages in Shanghai as well. So typically, an archer won't be bothered too much by rain, as long as it's not going to be changing the whole time. If it starts raining really hard and then it stops again and then it rains again, like, it's going to be difficult to adapt to, because your equipment is drying and then getting wet and then it's drying again, and the rain also has an effect on the arrow, so droplets falling onto the arrow and making it heavier essentially will make them drop on the target as well, so hit lower. But as long as the circumstances are just even, then it's fine.
I wouldn't say it's raining right this very minute, but there are a few spits and spots in the air. An Qixuan leveled up now. Starts set number 3 at 2 apiece. Healey, and she is in the middle of the target. It looks like she's really centered in now.
Yeah, I think she has her side mark, and now it's just a matter of shooting strong, confident shots. Yeah, there was a delay. The clicker went, and then she didn't release after the clicker went immediately, so I think there was probably something wrong with her shot before she let it go.
9.
So I don't think she has any illusions that she's gonna take any points here, because Penny will need a 4 to get this set. Gets a really nice perfect score.
Well, just as we said, An Qixuan dialed in. She then strikes a very curious 4. You said you spotted a technical mistake?
It was more of I heard that the rhythm wasn't right, so the clicker went, and then when you expect her to release, there was no release, and then right after that she released, so there was a bit of a delay. Typically that's not really a good sign.
Well, the result certainly wasn't good for her.
She won the match against Scotland with 4 set points. And on the 1-8 round, she has matched with
it just didn't look quite right, but nothing too major. I think it just didn't go off the right way.
Opportunity presented itself to Penny Healey, but she didn't just take it, like you say. It was a lovely, perfect 30 for her. At 70 meters, it's impressive, that.
Yeah, it is, yeah. The 10 ring is roughly the size of an American pancake, maybe?
Donut, maybe.
Yeah, donut's a good size.
You're Dutch in your pancakes, you love them, don't you?
Yeah, well, we do, yeah.
So 4-2, Penny Healey from Great Britain that leads this Recurve women's semi-final. An Qixuan starting set number 4 with a 9. She needs to fight back straight away.
So far, if I'm not mistaken, Penny has not shot an arrow outside of the gold. It's really consistent as well.
9.
Attack it.
So a little disappointed with 9s at this point, which I think is a good sign, meaning that she expects to shoot 10s. And I think it says 9 asterisk, but from here it looked like a 9. So I think a 10 will take the match, but we'll have to have it looked at anyways.
She gets it into the 10 for the 28. I tend to agree with you, that 9 looked like a 9, but it is going to be measured. So if An Qixuan gets that third arrow marked up to a 10, this isn't over. If it stays a 9, Penny Healey is through to the gold medal match. Coach Nikki Hunt looks pretty confident.
From this angle it looks a bit closer than from the other angle, but there's a reason he needs to have those magnifying glasses.
9. Then all of them. 9.
Okay.
27.
Yeah, so confirmation there from the target judge after taking out the magnifying glass. An Qixuan's final arrow is confirmed as a 9, which means that Penny Healey has taken the victory here in the Recurve Women's semi-final number 1, and we will see her going for gold a little bit later on. We will see An Qixuan again because she'll be back out for the bronze medal match.